Hello everyone, the Fudge 3004 here. I am in No Man's Sky. So in the last episode we just came to this moon that is this one right here, and we are on Yuang Alpha, and it's a moon, and so we have different things on here. Abundant fauna, rich flora, limited sentinels, and icy nights. But other than that, the weather is actually really good, and it's actually a really good place to be. So I can view it, but I can't because it won't let me, because I don't have much information on this planet. But I'm gonna go ahead and upload it, and that will give me some more nanites. I only have 78 nanite clusters, so let me just go and upload this real quick, and now I have 88 nanite clusters. Alright, so now that we did that, as I said, I am planning on building a base on here. But I need to figure out just where I am going to build. So I gotta find out a good place, and then we're gonna be starting that. One of the things that I have to do is, it says gather copper, 0 of 80, and activate the train manipulator with G. That's when you have your gun, and then you just press G, and now it goes to the terrain manipulator so that you can do, you know, that where you destroy the ground. And that's something that we really want to do, so that's something we're going to be starting. I also know that we're going to need a bit of carbon to be able to build our place that we're going to be making our base. It's not going to be a very big one to start, but we can always expand it and make it out of metal eventually. So let's get ourselves prepared first with our suit, and then we're gonna go and find the copper and see if we can get that done. So let's get that. We're good there. Press F, and that is metal fingers. Okay, I found that place a little bit earlier. I'm going to show you guys that in just a little bit. Buried technology module, pyrite deposit, cargo drop. See, there's all kinds of things around here that you can get and do, so that's something that is actually really good. Here's some of the hazardous flora, those things that like to whack me when I walk by them. I don't really like them so much. And let's see if we can find, there's some copper over there. It's not really too far away, so let's go and go to that copper right over there. Let's mark that with the E. Now we know where it is and we can get to it. I'm gonna head over to that copper, and then I'm gonna show you guys the metal fingers, and I will catch up with you guys as soon as I get over to that copper. We'll see you guys here in just a minute. Alright, I just made it to the copper, and it says resource deposit, copper, terrain manipulator required. So take your gun out, or just even press G, and it will automatically bring in the gun, and then just start hitting it. And I don't have any free slots, so I don't really know what to do with that, so let's just go and drop that, because that's really nothing. So now we can start gathering it. There we go. We need 80 copper to be able to do what we need to do to make the thing that we were looking at making. The what was that stuff called? I'm trying to remember what the name of it is. Just out on the tip of my tongue. There we go. We have 90 copper. Let's go ahead and put the refinery down, and let's see what that says. E, and that thing is fuel. Let's just go and use condensed carbon, and here let's put the copper in, and chromatic metal. That's what we were looking for. So we're gonna have quite a bit of chromatic metal. Apparently it takes 2 copper to make 1 chromatic metal, because we're only gonna get 46 of those. And so it says create chromatic metal 40, so we will have more than enough. So let's go and do that, and let's go and let's press E this time. Last time we pressed begin, and that's going to take a little bit to do, so we have that. So Let's take out this, and let's go and put this in our inventory, and then we're gonna take this out after we pick it up. And so let's just go ahead and pick this up. Okay, no, I don't have so the carbon has actually taken up a lot of that room, so you can see I have quite a bit of carbon, and I put in condensed carbon, but I just got back regular carbon. So now I need to figure out what I can drop up. I can use this for my gun, so let's go ahead and go to here and fill up my gun. Okay, let's use some phosphorus. And in here, I don't think I can build anything in here. The bolt caster. Okay, I need 100 chromatic metal and 3 carbon nanotubes. So I probably ought to go back to my ship and see what all I can put in my ship to be able to give me some room. So I am going to go back to my ship, and I'm gonna drop some stuff and come back here and make some more chromatic metal and see about building the bolt caster. The bolt caster is going to be good for shooting like the sentinels and stuff, and I'll show you guys a little bit of that here in just a few minutes. So let me get back to the ship, drop that stuff, and I'll be with you guys here in just a minute. Alright, I got stuff transferred to the ship, and so now I'm headed back to the copper deposit. I also went ahead and made 3 carbon nanotubes so we can begin getting this put in here. So we have 3 of those, and we need 100 chromatic metal. So we can make that chromatic metal actually really easily now. I just need to get back here to the refinery and the copper deposit, and then I can make it. And then once we make the bolt caster, I'm going to show you guys something that if you never played this game, you don't know any videos by it or whatever, and you don't know, then you can see what you can do. Now, you can mess with some of the sentinels. And you can actually kill the sentinels too, and you know, you can get stuff from them. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have something called pugnium in here, and this is from killing the sentinels, and it's actually really good for that. All right, there's a sentinel, but I really want to build my bolt caster first, because that's going to be what's going to help me out to actually get him killed, because it is a projectile. Basically, it uses the projectiles that I have on me. Excuse me, right here. So once I get that built, I can use those projectiles, which are bullets, and so I can actually do a lot of damage to him, and then that's going to help me out a lot. So let's go and get about 90 or 100 more. And to take up this on the terrain manipulator, to refill this, you need ferrite dust or pure ferrite. And so either one is as good as the other, and so I don't need this right now, so I'm just going to go and recharge it with that, and then let's go and recharge it with that, so that way it's all the way charged. And then come back over to here, and let's go ahead and fill this guy up again. Yeah, let's go and use regular carbon, and then we're going to put the copper right back in here. Okay, and that's going to give me 52, so I will be really close to having enough. And it's going to take about 45 seconds. You can see the time right there and how much it's outputting. So, and it goes through how much it's doing each second and all that stuff. The Sentinels are little flying robots that kind of protect the landscape and keep things safe. So if you start messing around with stuff too much, they come and investigate about what's going on. So if you destroy too many things or too many big things, they will come and check it out. They don't like you destroying their landscape. As soon as I can find another one, and after I get the bolt caster, I will show you guys that, and we will try to take out a sentinel and see if we can perhaps get him going. We're also going to build a base, at least that is the plan, so let's see if we can do that. There's another animal to scan. There's a sentinel right over there. Right over there where my dot is. Right there. Yep, moving around. Alright, we're going to go get him in a couple of minutes. Let's build our bolt caster, And we need a safe place to go, so I'm thinking we're just going to go in a cave or something once we get him, because others are going to come and try to take us out. So let's go and put you in there, and let's see how much we have on our person. We have 98. We need 100, so we need a little bit more of this copper. That should be more than enough. And go to here, put the copper in. Copper, where are you? There you are. Put that in there and begin. And then that'll give us 8 more, and then, okay, there we go. Let's take that out, put that in our exosuit, and back out. And now, let's go ahead and build this in our gun, this bolt caster. So let's press E. And now you see it's lit up, whereas before it wasn't. And after you get the stuff built, all you gotta do is just press build. Or I guess have your mouse on it and then press build. Now we have that build. Alright. Now, generalist weapon attachment for the multi-tool, access fire mode by pressing G and fire weapon. The boltcaster reconfigures the multi-tool to supercharge metallic elements, firing them on a high velocity projectiles, capable of causing extreme damage. So it is basically now a gun. Now we have the boltcaster. Now we're going to be able to see about taking out one of those sentinels. There's one right there. Now, everybody's going to start getting really upset here in a minute, so we need to make sure we have a place to go to get away from them. The more you do, the more your wanted level goes up, you might say. So, he's scanning stuff. He's trying to figure stuff out, and you can see him floating right there. Now, these guys, once you take out your weapon and start firing at them, or even take out your boltcaster, they do not like that at all. Okay. Let's get this pugnium, and now we need to get out of here, because we just pissed off some people, and now they're not going to be too happy, and they're coming for us. So, let's go. These guys are gonna try to take us out now, so they're shooting at us. They really do not like us right now. Very unhappy. Let's see if we find a nice safe place to go. They're searching. They will be searching for a little bit, and they will eventually find us, so we just need to keep on motoring so that way we can stay out of their way and not get caught by them. As long as we can stay out of the way, we will be okay, but if we can't, then, you know. We need to be very careful down there. They're almost done searching, and once that goes, oh, they found us. Almost did it too. Almost got away from them, but we were getting hit by that toxin, so we had to get away from there. Let's keep on running. We'll go back to our ship, and we'll see if we can get away from these guys. Now, once that timer runs out, then we're going to be okay. So they will not be searching for us after that. And these guys are really hard to get away from because, you know, they fly around. They can find you pretty easy. So they're over there. They're searching still. It's almost done. Looking around. All right, that's just been deactivated, so we beat them. All right, that was good. Now you guys know how to battle them, and just be very careful when you're doing it because that will go up from 2 sentinels to 3 to 4, and pretty soon you have a huge battle on your hands. So be very careful when you're battling the sentinels. They are very dangerous. All right, I'm going to go back. I'm going to gather that refinery, and I don't really think that I need this chromatic. metal anymore, so I'm just gonna go and dump that for right now. I know I could save it, but you know, I'm kind of low on slots on my ship and my person, and if I'm gonna be building a base, then I'm gonna actually have to have quite a bit more. So I'm gonna go back, grab that, and then we're gonna see about, I'm gonna show you guys those metal fingers, and then we're gonna start building our base. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna show you guys something. You can see that it says metal fingers there in the distance, not too far away. 160 clicks or U or whatever that is. The measurements of distance is U. And there are these things that I discovered in the last episode, but I didn't really have a chance to show you guys. And I was just doing some scanning and looking around with my F button, and I saw these things, and I'm like, what the heck are these things? I don't know what these are. So I came over and I started checking them out, and these ones have uranium and some of them have gold, and I've never actually seen anything like this. Now I did take one down a little bit just to see how hard these things were going to be to mine. And yeah, they're going to be very, very, very hard to take out. So I'm going to go and show you guys that real quick. And let's do a uranium one, because we've seen gold, but not uranium. You can see just how slow that is going down. It's going to take quite a while to actually get anything from here, because it's apparently very hard. So this one is going to be quite the difficult challenge. I've never seen these before. I've played quite a bit of this game, but I have never seen these guys before. So, this is actually something that I thought was actually really cool and very unique. I didn't even know anything like this actually existed in the game. I've already shot this like 5 separate times holding it down. So, oh wow, holy moly, that's a lot of uranium. Holy moly. That is a really lot of uranium. I don't know about the gold. Yeah, see, even this guy's going to be just as hard to knock down. So you guys can see what is going on here. It is so hard to get these. But you do get a fair amount once you do take these down. I guess they figure they might as well reward you with these, you know, by giving you quite a bit once you do actually get them down. Trying not to let my gun get overheated. Now, projectiles and the terrain manipulator won't help get this stuff. You may actually end up destroying it and not actually getting anything from it. So I don't really want to do that. I can try it here on something else. I would prefer not to you know, destroy that kind of good stuff like that. So let me go see if I can find something that I can use the terrain manipulator on. Okay, that's the mine, and it says up there mine. So if I hit it one more time, then that's the bolt caster, but I don't want the bolt caster because there's a guy right next to me right over here, and he's not. You can tell where those sentinels are by looking for the lines that are pointing to the right now. That tells you where there is a sentinel. So let me see what happens if I... Yeah, see, it just destroys and gives me absolutely nothing. So I don't want to use it on those metal fingers because I'm not going to get anything from it. Let's try to find a good place for our base now that we got that. And just cycle through G to get to the appropriate weapon that you want to use. Remember to pick up, you know, your oxygen and sodium and all that kind of stuff to keep your suit fresh and repaired, so you don't have to worry about looking around. On survival mode, it's going to be quite a bit harder, and I have actually had a survival mode game going, and I ended up on a hard planet, and I died several times. There's a drone right next to me, because you can see the little half moon thing is pointing to which direction he's at. So, and these guys, you know, if I do this, they come over and investigate and see what the heck is going on, what's wrong with this plant, and then they come over and try to check me out. And they'll scan me and just see what's going on. And then when they determine that I'm not doing anything, then they will go away. So I'll shoot him a little bit more. And again, he will come and check me out. If I continue doing this when he is checking me out, then he is going to get really angry and start firing on me, and then he will have his friends come in and start blasting me. So you want to be very careful when you're doing these that you don't make them too angry, because then you're going to be sorry. So if I get him, here he comes again. And if I fire on him or start hitting plants when he's doing that, like I said, he is not going to be a happy camper. So I don't want to do that. You guys have already seen what happens. So just be careful around those guys. They can do a lot of damage to you really quick, like. So I want to see if we can find a good place to set up base, preferably in an area that, you know, may be good for gathering resources and whatnot. So I'm going to get myself repaired here real quick and get my suit back up to good. And I picked up a Korvax cube in one of those cargo containers that I saw. So that way you guys know about that, and you can just trade those. They're not worth anything but besides just trading. So they're worth quite a bit, but not for usage in, you know, with making anything. I think this is actually a decent area. It's, you know, it's not too bad, and I think maybe right down here in like this little lower area, there's plenty of carbon and stuff around for us to get, so we can make, you know, somewhat of a base. And I think this will work out pretty good. Plus we can get, you know, ferrite dust and all of that from right here. So, but we need, of course, advanced mining laser. But we can get it from pieces like this. And all these little rocks and whatnot. So, let's go ahead and put down the base computer where, close to where we are going to actually be building. And let's just do it right out here. I think this is actually going to be a good place. Z. And then there's the base computer, so let's press F. And I need 40 chromatic metal. So, you know what I'm going to be doing, right? I got to go back to that copper and go get some more chromatic metal. Should have kept it. There's only 2 pieces on me, so it really wasn't that big of a deal. Okay, so I just got the copper. Now I'm going to put down the refinery. And let's put that right there. And fill it up with the fuel and put the copper in there. Now I needed 40 of the chromatic metal, so I got 80 copper, which would give me 40 chromatic metal. And once I get this, and that's going to take about 30 seconds, so I can do that. And then I think I'm actually going to go ahead and right next to here, just go and put down the signal booster as well. So let me just go and press F, and then once I have that, now I have 2 navigation discs, so I can see locate nearby structures and input data, 1 navigation data. So I don't have a drop pod coordinate data. I'm gonna have to get a different thing for that, but I was hoping to find a drop pod because you guys have not really seen those yet. So that's gonna be something that's gonna be really good for us too, and that way we can actually get stuff on our suit that can go either in here for the technology, or even in the technology, or in the cargo. And then we can expand this so we can carry a lot more, because these cargo slots, can hold a lot more than just the regular slots. Now the Starship also has technology, so we can put technology in there. And I don't believe that the multi-tool doesn't have any. So you guys have probably seen that I can also make a advanced mining laser for this. Of course, I have to find the parts for it. But once I get to that point, I'm going to have to figure out what I want to take off of here to make that happen. And I'm not exactly too sure, because I kind of like all those things on there. So I don't have any more free slots, is what I'm saying. Alright, let's start building the base. Now I want to do it in a place that's going to be fairly good, I think. Hey, little guy. Ooh, hey, you're hitting me. What the heck? Don't be doing that. You're a little naughty little thing. Naughty, naughty. Sometimes these creatures will attack you for no reason, so just be aware of that. They will hurt you. I think right here is a good place. So now let's go to Z, and now we have the base computer, and I'm just going to set that up right over here, I think, by everything else, wherever everything else is. And let's just click F. Alright. Cool. Now that has that little screen and all this kind of stuff. It's kind of an interesting looking guy. E, and searching cartographic archives. Universal Archive search reveals no prior claims on this site. Sonar test confirms site is suitable for construction. Claim site. You can either go to another site or claim this site. Claim base. Alright. So you can kind of see an overview of what everything looks like. So that's pretty cool. And then I'll come right back down in base computer online, archives available. So now we have a place to where we can set up our base, and that's actually really cool. So, okay, use the terminal with E. I already did. And accessing log from previous user entry follows. Storm sweeping across, but construction supplies low. Depositing shelter plans while need to back soon. Download plans. Core infrastructure parts received. 5 items learned. Okay, so I have 5 items that I learned, and the carbon is 2 of 40, so a wood wall used for base and construction. So, let's go and take a quick look at this again just to make sure. Okay, uploading construction. Note, uploading will overwrite any previous uploaded bases for this planet. Use the space station terminus to teleport to the base at any time. Now, on the space station, there's a teleporter I showed you guys, and you can teleport back to the base once you're in the space station. That's going to be really good for us, too. So, let me go ahead and actually just pick this guy up. So that way we have him. Now we have a bunch of carbon back on us. And now we can start getting our base kind of figured out. There we go. Want to make sure to keep that stuff right near me so I can find it. Now, access the build menu with Z. So you press Z, and let's go Z, basic components, and I just scrolled up with my mouse wheel, and you have equipment and basic components, and then decorations. So I went to basic components and then press F, and now I have these wooden components, and then press F, and I can begin making a base. So you start off with this carbon base right here, and you can raise it up a little bit. So let's try to make it somewhat flat if we can, and let's start right back here. So I'm gonna click that, and then you just add more parts to it as you want to. Let's do 3 like that, and then let's do 3 like this. There's a firestorm detected, so we should probably go in and get in our ship, because it's going to get really hot here in just a minute. Let me recharge my life support. So real quick to show you guys this firestorm that is in here right now. It was reaching 213 degrees, so I just got out a little bit ago, but you can see it's still over 100 degrees, well over 100. So the storm is clearing. Now I need to come back to the base computer, and it says it was updated. So let's go to E, and additional archives recovered. Entry follows. Construction largely a success. Recovered salvage technology from nearby. Plans logged. Scans indicate additional subterranean devices. Beginning search. So let's download the plans. And now whoever recorded these logs evidently had some success. I have access to their plans, and perhaps I can learn from their efforts. So now I have blueprint analyzer. So portable blueprint decryption device. This field deployable memory salvage module allows the user to recover valuable data from old or damaged technology modules. Magnetized ferrite and carbon nanotubes is what I need to build it. So we can do that after a little bit. For right now, though, I think, where'd my base go? I think we need to continue building on it, and let's just go ahead and see about getting at least a little bit of this structure done, and then we can, do some more. So there's components, and then you just scroll through and okay, that's let's do F. There's a wall, and now I don't have enough carbon, so I am gonna have to go mine some more carbon because I can't build anything. So I'm gonna gather some carbon, and I will be right back, and we will continue building this base. I got the carbon, and so now let's go ahead and see about placing some of these pieces. Now you can place them, you can turn them and stuff, and you know, figure out places if you want to like make separate rooms or whatnot. You can do that. So let's just go ahead and put this guy on the end. Come on, you can cooperate. And let's just put down. Let's make a couple places be doors. And if I am going to do this the way I usually do things, I should make this one more wider and then have doors be on, you know, a couple of sides. But I'm thinking let's have a door on the side and a door on the front. And then that way we have a couple of exits. Alright, now I'm out of carbon already. These do take quite a bit, so I'm going to have to gather quite a bit more. I also did gather some nitrogen, and I was gathering dihydrogen too for a quick minute. So I'm going to gather a little bit more carbon, put the dihydrogen on the ship, and then we're going to try to finish off this base. Alright, so I got the walls built, and I'm going to have a couple places for the doors. So Z, F, F again, and then just scroll down to where you find what you are looking for. So there's a wooden door frame. So let's go ahead and put that in. Now I have like 500 carbon, though I did, so I should have more than enough, hopefully. Okay, and I can't fly up there because since I'm in this mode. And I'm going to put one more right over here so I have a couple of exits. And did that. And then I can scroll to the wall. Let's go to the roof. And let's figure out where we're going to put the roof. So I could probably put like a wall down there too, but I'm thinking let's just go and put down 4 pieces of this roof, or I guess 6 pieces of this roof. Okay, now I need ferrite dust. So now I'll have to go and gather that. So again, I will be right back. Okay, now we're going to continue placing the roof. And scroll down to there. I know this looks a little bit different, but it's the pieces that I have for right now. Maybe later on I can get some other pieces and make it, you know, look a little bit better. But for right now, this will work. So, got that. And then once you're done, just click out and get to where it's, you know, it doesn't show any of those pieces. And then you can come inside our base. Yay! So now we're inside of our base. So this is a base, and this is how you do that. So it really isn't too hard to do. It's just doing it, and I don't believe that there are doors because these kind of act like protections, so you don't have to worry about it. Let me just do a quick check here and see if there are any doors, and I don't see any doors on here at all. So because of that, now we have our little base going, and it's right next to our ship, and now it's always going to show our base, so that's going to be really good, and then we won't have to really worry about it at all. So there are some plans somewhere that they have, so let's look through Z and see if go back one, E, equipment, okay, and that's farming and portable technology. And so now there's something else, so that's a signal booster blueprint analyzer. So we need the magnetized ferrite and the carbon nanotubes to make that. And of course the base computer, the portable refinery, which I guess I can always put down and save myself a slot. So I'll just go and push put you down, and now we can figure out just what all we do need. So if we're gonna make this, we need magnetized ferrite. So let's see how much magnetized ferrite we can make. Let's go to E. Whoops. E. And we don't have any in there, so let's go and put some carbon in. And then let's go to here and let's see how much ferrite we do have. Okay, oops, there we go. Okay, I have 6 ferrite dust right now, so let's put that in there, and that's going to be 6 magnetized or pure ferrite. I don't remember how to make the magnetized ferrite, so I'm going to have to kind of figure that one out. I thought I had some on me, but yes, that's the one that I wanted. I don't know what I did with it, but we can make magnetized ferrite, and I think you need pure ferrite to make magnetized ferrite. So I will be trying to figure that out. Alright, I'm going to go and make all of this pure ferrite. And it's going to take about 38 seconds, and then we will see if we can make magnetized ferrite, which I do believe is from the pure ferrite ran back through this again. So we will check that out. And now it's going to be really easy to add pieces onto this room, of course. Just build some more like foundations and floors, and then some more, walls and roofs and stuff. You can make as big of a base as you want, and then you don't have to worry about it. So this is almost done. So we can check this out, and he just got done. So let's take this pure ferrite and let's put him back in here. Now that makes magnetized ferrite. Now 129 pure ferrite only made 64 magnetized ferrite, so that's about half of what it is. So let's go ahead and get this made, and then we can see about making some carbon nanotubes. This is going to take about 30 seconds. And let's make carbon nanotubes. I don't have enough carbon for that because I put it in there. I need a little bit more carbon. Okay, so here is the blueprint analyzer, and let's place him right between these guys. Now I have the magnetized ferrite and the carbon nanotubes, so let's just put him down, and then let's see what he has to say. Alright. Analysis unit online, awaiting input. Diagnostic suggestion. User should recover buried technology from dig sites. Equip and utilize an analysis visor. So, blueprint research. Now you can see that I have these, and these are all modules that I can pick up from buried technology. And there's quite a bit here that you can actually get. So you can see you can make a bed and furniture, colored lights, frontage. You can do all kinds of stuff. Here's a communication station that you can sell stuff at, and you can just make all kinds of interesting things here. So, and this is, I think, just a small sample of the stuff that you can make. Once you get better stuff, you can be able to make more. So you guys can see all of this little bit of equipment that I am making here, and all these things are going to come in handy later on in the game when we're trying to build stuff. So I need to find some buried technology, so let's use our F button and let's see if we can find some buried technology. Copper, or sodium, one or the other, pyrite, copper. There's going to be buried technology here somewhere. There's buried technology. Let's go ahead and tag him. Okay, we're to that buried technology. It is right there, and once you get a little bit closer to it, that little thing is going to disappear because it's letting us know that as you approach it, it disappears, the little icon that you set up as a waypoint. So let's go and see if we can get, there it is, technology module, and E, salvage technology. Alright, we got that. So now we have 2 technology modules, so we can't do anything else with that, but we can always find more stuff. So I'm gonna have to get back to my ship real quick and see if I can make it before the storm hits, and it's going to be a pretty nasty storm, I'm sure. Didn't know this planet had firestorms, but otherwise the temperature is actually really perfect, so that's actually good. Unlike the first planet that was just hot all the time. Let's go inside our house and let's actually see if that does make a difference protecting us from the firestorm. It should. I don't know why it won't. Almost there. Yay! See, now we're safe from all this stuff that's happening all around us. So that's actually a really, really good thing. I do like that. So now we can be in here and be safe. So, now that we have that, let's go ahead and go to E or F, and let's just go ahead and untag him. There we go. Now he's gone because that's the one that we got. Normally that stuff does disappear, but for some reason that one did not. So, well guys, we got our base built. The storm is clearing. We've had some hot weather, and we got attacked by some Sentinel drones. And we built a lot of equipment here. We found the copper, and we've traveled 25 kilometers. So we're a Rambler. Not a Nash Rambler, just the Rambler. And yeah, so now we're on the moon, and we're gonna have our base here, and we can always come back to it whenever we want to, and we can see it. And now we need to find other things. So we're gonna do the salvage technology in the next episode and see what all that takes in this device here, and then we will see what we can do from there. So it depends on how many of those technologies we get, depends on how much we are gonna actually be able to do. So I have to go sell some stuff in a little bit, so I'm going to be working on that. Then I'm going to come back here, and we will do this next episode here in just a little bit. So I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a great day. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.